What's up, Jets fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to be doing a mock draft for the New York Jets. This is Mock Draft Monday on Monday, April 7th. We are about, 2.5 weeks, I'd say, away from the NFL draft, 17 days, around there, something like that. So, a new rumor came out on Sunday, April 6th. I wouldn't say rumor, something along the lines of maybe the Jets are in the market for trading Breece Hall, doing a running back by committee, and potentially drafting Ashton Jeanty if he's on the board. Now, I did start this mock draft, and by the title and by the thumbnail, you might guess who my first pick is, because I would like to see, as a Jet fan myself, I would like to see what a Jets draft would look like if Ashton Jeanty was the first pick that the Jets took. So it kind of sort of makes sense on this board, honestly. Right away, we're looking at it. Tyler Warren, okay, so the Raiders are just going to form the greatest young duo at tight end in NFL history of Brock Bowers and Tyler Warren. Mason Graham is off the board. Armin Membu is off the board. So, really, besides for trading down, let's just go full force. Let's sink our teeth into this rumor like it's true. So, this is not what I would do. Let me just preface that by saying that if Ashton Jeanty was on the board, I'd probably trade down a couple spots so someone like the Bears or something can get him. But we're going to take Ashton Jeanty here. But first, what I want to do is I want to trade Breece Hall, because that's what I feel like the Jets would do. You're going to try and maximize Breece Hall's value before you take another running back, because as soon as that card goes up to Roger Goodell and you make that and you make that pick, Breece Hall's value probably goes from a third to a fifth, let's say, because he is a running back with an ACL injury to his name already. He's going to be a free agent after this year. You're probably not going to get Jets fans who thinks you're going to get a second round pick and more for Breece Hall. You're out of your mind. You're probably looking at a third and a fifth if you're lucky. Well, that's what we're going to shoot for here. I'm probably going to have to force a trade. So before we do anything, before we take Ashton Jeanty here, we're going to explore a trade. That's not it. So we're not going to do this. Obviously, we're not looking for anything crazy. I'm looking at the other teams here, because these are teams that want to trade up for the number 7th overall pick. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in trading Breece Hall away right now. So a couple teams stand out right away. You see the Chicago Bears. I don't really know if Breece Hall is the type of running back that Ben Johnson is looking for his offense. You obviously have the Denver Broncos as well. The Pittsburgh Steelers could be an option. The Chargers and the Vikings. Those are really the 4 teams that I feel like would be in the market for a running back early. Now, the thing is, this is a running back rich draft class. So another team that sticks out to me as well is the Washington Commanders, a team that has a few mid-round picks. They already have done away with a couple of their picks to get Laremy Tunsil. So I'm not just I'm looking around for a team that would make sense. So Jeanty's going to be off the board here. The Dallas Cowboys are probably looking at Omarion Hampton, so that would really leave Travion Henderson left in the first round for a few of these teams. So let's look. The Jets and the Vikings have done a lot of business together in years past. That is a team that I'm kind of honing in on here. But I think the Denver Broncos are a team that would work well for Breece Hall. The Denver Broncos just keep screaming out to me here. The Steelers as well. You know what? I will say, I think the Steelers make a little bit more sense. The Steelers are kind of sort of building their offense through established players. Breece Hall is that more patient type of runner that Pittsburgh is used to with Le'Veon Bell. And they also don't really have anyone at the running back position besides for Jaylen Warren right now. So let's explore a trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers here. Like I said before, I think, this is tough. See, Pittsburgh only has a third round pick. Then I believe this is a fourth. This is going to be a fifth or a sixth. I don't think they'd be willing to trade this to get Breece Hall. So let's look at the Broncos for a second. Let's see something. This makes a little bit more sense to me. I'm thinking 85 and probably 191 would probably work to get Breece Hall. I don't think a fourth and a sixth would do it, even though you are going to draft Ashton Jeanty here. Let's trade Breece Hall. Let's get rid of him. Let's acquire some capital for this year. Let's throw in a sixth round pick or something because that just kind of seems like some compensation next year. Actually, let's not. No, we're just going to go Breece Hall for 85 and 191. That's what we're going to do. Now, you might say I'm undervaluing Breece Hall. There's a number of factors you have to go into it with this. You have to say Breece Hall, like I said before, is on the last year of his rookie contract, and he has an ACL injury under his name. This is a very, very, very strong running back class as well. So that has to be factored in. So I'm going to say Breece Hall. We're going to trade him to the Denver Broncos here. And then we're going to take Ashton Jeanty. Yes. Okay. So perfect. So we've established we have gotten rid of Breece Hall. We got number 85 and number 191 for him from this year. We're going to take Ashton Jeanty here at number 7. All right. We have our running back of the future here. And this is something that I'm seeing more often is I'm seeing Colston Loveland fall into the second round. Why? I don't know. I know tight end is, a little bit of an overvalued position when it comes to internet guys like myself and other Twitter GMs and all that kind of stuff. I didn't expect Colston Loveland to be here at number 42. I feel like you got to take him, right? I know we took Ashton Jeanty at number 7, but now we do have an extra third round pick as well. So I'm more than comfortable with doing something like that. I don't think the Jets are going to be uber aggressive unless someone crazy falls to them in the second round. I don't think they're going to be uber aggressive spending a top 50 pick on a defensive tackle. I know that they definitely could use another defensive tackle, but they did bring in 3 guys through free agency who are really more depth guys. I'm thinking that third round pick, number 73, is probably going to be used for a defensive lineman. Do need a wide receiver as well. Offensive tackle is going to be big. Safety. There's a lot of areas that I'm not really too comfortable with taking any of these guys number 42, so we're not going to do that. Colston Loveland's on the board. Premium tight end at a position of desperate need for the Jets. And we're getting off to an absolute cracking start in this Jets mock draft here. We're going to take Colston Loveland at number 42. All right, at number 73 here, there's a couple players on the board that I do like quite a bit here. We have Alfred Collins at Jamar Turner is still here. I don't know, just someone I can't really get behind fitting in this defensive system. Alfred Collins, CJ West, these giant space eaters, this uber athletic Alfred Collins is someone that I could probably get behind here. I was looking at the safety position because Kevin Winston Jr. is still on the board. But then again, Andrew Makuba is on the board. That is someone that we could probably take at number 85 with that extra third round pick that we now have. So I'll probably go with Alfred Collins at number 73. And then that number 110 spot, we're probably going to look at a offensive lineman here because while there are guys on the board that I would be comfortable taking number 73 here, Ozzie Trapilo is probably the player that I was going to take here, and he is not here. Cameron Williams is a big-time developmental guy for me. Anthony Belton is someone that could be interesting. But Chase Lunt, Johnny Cornelius, and Logan Brown are 3 guys that I'm really targeting at that 110 position. Logan Brown is someone who tests super well athletically and can play left or right tackle. Got great size as well. Johnny Cornelius as well. And then Chase Lunt is someone that is super athletic that could get a good look in a run-heavy, run-specific offense. So we're going to take Alfred Collins here at number 73. Just a giant freak of a defensive tackle. You can't double-team both Quinnen Williams and Alfred Collins. CJ West really speaks out to me here, but I feel like with Alfred Collins on the board still, I feel like I think 99 out of 100 times would probably take Collins over CJ West, even though he is a quote-unquote my guy in this draft. But we're going to take Alfred Collins here at 73. All right, just to get you up to speed on our picks here, we're looking bananas right now with these picks. We have Ashton Jeanty, Colston Loveland, Alfred Collins. Boy, oh boy, we are going kind of crazy. At 85, a lot. Lathan Ransom is still on the board. These are some guys. You know what? I might pivot here, to be quite honest with you. With those wide receivers still on the board, we have a chance to truly put together an insane offense here. If we can get someone like it's between the 2 Jaylins, obviously. We're going to take a look at the wide receivers here. Yeah, I mean, this is tough. I'd probably take Noel over Royals. I feel like Royals is a little bit more of a gadget guy and a twitchy guy. And we already have a twitchy guy in Garrett Wilson. I don't know if 2 of those guys on the same field together really work out, to be quite honest with you. Let's just explore what a trade is. Maybe we could somehow get away with getting, another pick in there. Maybe thin out this field a little bit. Nah, I'm not really too interested in that. Yeah, we're gonna take Jalen Noel here. We're gonna switch it up. We're gonna take players that we haven't taken before. I don't think I've taken any of these players on the Jets mock draft on this channel. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna take Jalen Noel here at number 85. Oh boy, this mock draft is really putting me through the ringer here. Femi Oladejo is someone that I think could be an absolute steal here in the fourth round, and a rotational edge rusher is absolutely a need for the Jets here. Oi, that's tough. Let's take a look at the other two problematic areas that I want to improve here. Logan Brown just seems like someone that's probably going to be there in the fifth round. I know people are probably going to cut my head off for waiting until the fifth round to take a right tackle, but really just hear me out. I mean, good teams. This isn't. Don't shoot the messenger here. Good teams find offensive linemen late day two, early day three. Just saying. Just saying. Just throwing that one out there for you. So I think I'm going to hold off again. Let's take a look at the safety position. Again, a deep safety class. They do have Andre Cisco. Caleb Ransaw is someone in the mock draft database that's probably going to be here at 162. I'd be more than okay waiting for that. So what I think I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to take Femi Oladejo because he is an absolute stud. He's someone that is incredibly athletically gifted, and I think he is going to ease very fine into this rotation. Jermaine Johnson is coming off of an Achilles tear. Will McDonald cannot defend the run. Oladejo is a fantastic all-around edge rusher that can set the edge. We're going to take him at number 110 here. I feel really good about this draft so far. All right, back to our regularly scheduled programming here at number 145. Let's take a look at the two problematic areas that I have not addressed yet. Billy Bowman, Upton Stout, Caleb Ransaw. These guys are still here. We do have another pick in 17 picks. Pretty confident that one of those three guys, all three guys that I could definitely see being Aaron Glenn, Steve Wilkes guys, they're probably still going to be here. Let's take a look at the picks that we've made so far. A little out of the ordinary. Ashton Jeanty, Colston, Loveland, Alfred Collins, Jaylin Noel, and Femi Oladejo here. Yeah, we're going to pivot to the tackle position. This is probably where I'm going to take Logan Brown. I like a Johnny Cornelius. John Williams is another player down the board that makes a lot of sense. I think we're going to take Logan Brown here. Just an athletic freak that could play both left tackle and right tackle. I spoke a little bit about him before. 6'5", 311 pounds. Fantastic size for the right tackle position. Like I said, good teams find good offensive linemen late in the draft, and I think Logan Brown is a diamond in the rough of this draft class. This really is falling right into place for me, so if you just joined me here or you somehow just landed on this spot, Ashton Jeanty, Colston Loveland, Alfred Collins, Jaylin Noel, Femi Oladejo, and Logan Brown are our picks so far. An absolutely fantastic draft class, in my opinion, up until this point. I am fully buying into the rumors in this video that the Jets will trade Breece Hall and draft Ashton Jeanty if he is on the board. And he was at number 7, so we were going to take him. Caleb Ransaw is still on the board. If you saw my top 10 safeties of the 2025 NFL draft class, you know how big of a fan of Caleb Ransaw I am. He is an athletic freak who, despite being relatively undersized at 5'11", 197 pounds, is a fantastic run stopper, loves to play in the box, can tackle. Those are all adjectives? All attributes, excuse me, of a Steve Wilkes, Aaron Glenn led defense. So we're going to take Caleb Ransaw here at number 162. And finally, with 3 picks left in our draft class here, I could finally start looking at some positions that maybe we need a little bit more depth. So I'm going to go back to the defensive line here. Yeah, I'm not really loving the depth here. I do like Ty Robinson. Think I could get him a little bit later. We do have another pick in 5 spots, so maybe that's someone that I'll get in about 5 spots. We'll take a look at what else is on the board here. Maybe go back to wide receiver. We do need another one of those. Someone that could stretch the field. Dante Thornton Jr. is one of those players that definitely can do that. Just going to take a look at some other guys that are on the board here. Maybe someone else piques our interest, but I think that is probably the best decision we can make here. Yeah, Dante Thornton Jr., someone that could really stretch the field for his size too. 6'4", 205 pounds, blazing speed. This is someone that is going to bust the top of the defense wide open for those guys like Jaylin Noel and Garrett Wilson to run all the way underneath. So, yeah, I think this is a pretty easy one here with his size speed combination. Averaged about 22.4 yards per catch at Tennessee last year. Dante Thornton Jr. is going to be our pick. Yes, like I said, we are on the board yet again at number 191. We took care of the wide receiver position. Going to go ahead and go back to the defensive line, and we're going to take Ty Robinson, a little bit of an older prospect here, but a fantastic pass rusher. And I really feel like, besides for Quinn and Williams, you're really looking at Leonard Taylor as your pass rushing specialist from the defensive tackle position. And, you know, I think he's a great player, especially for an undrafted free agent. But Ty Robinson is someone who had, I think, a 17% pass rush win rate last season, 7 sacks, 13 tackles for a loss. He had the third most pass deflections on the Nebraska Cornhuskers team as a defensive lineman. So he's someone that gets up. He's super active with his hands at the line of scrimmage, and I think he'll be a fantastic rotational defensive lineman here. We're going to take him at 191. And then I truly think that this pick is a luxury pick here at number 207. I think we're going to address the kicker position here. That's not something that I do a lot in these mock drafts, but we're going to do it here. I would like to take a look at safety. Teddy Buchanan, yeah, is on the board here, but personally, you want to talk about being realistic, but I don't think Teddy Buchanan's going to be on the board at number 207. I'd be pretty shocked if he was. I'm not going to take him here as much as I'd like to. Smile Mondon Jr. is someone that could be on the board here. The linebacker position is something that I think maybe if the Jets do trade down and acquire another pick, maybe on in round 7, maybe they'll address the linebacker position here. But I think we are kind of okay with that position for right now. Could be a couple priority undrafted free agents. I think we're really going to take care of the kicker position here. We're going to take Ryan Fitzgerald. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to spew some bullshit. Or I could just tell you that I don't really know anything about the kickers. He's the highest rated one. And a couple people say that he's pretty good. So we're going to go with that. So I'm going to take Ryan Fitzgerald here, number 207. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is my 7-round mock draft for the New York Jets. Yes, we did buy into the Ashton Jeanty rumors here. So the first thing that we did do was we traded Breece Hall to the Denver Broncos. We acquired number 85 and number 191 overall. We went ahead and we took Ashton Jeanty at number 7. We took Colston Loveland at number 42 overall. We took Alfred Collins at 73. We took Jaylin Noel at 85. Femi Oladejo at number 110. 145, we took Logan Brown. 162, we took Caleb Ransaw, Dante Thornton, Ty Robinson, and Ryan Fitzgerald round out our mock draft. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. By the way, once again, I know that no one will listen to this at this point in the draft. This is not what I would do. I'm just saying this is what a draft could possibly look like if the Jets do trade Breece Hall and pick up Ashton Jeanty at number 7 overall. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one.